Hey family, so real quick follow-up, because there is something I forgot. I realized when I was talking about my fourth great grandparents being classified as mulatto in the 1870 census, fourth and third great grandparents. So I forgot to mention my maternal grandmother and her baby sister, my auntie Lodi. I'd found, this was very early in my research before I even went to Ancestry.com. I think I was Google searching census records just to see who I could find. And it may have been in 1920, because yeah, my grandmother was born in 1911 and Auntie Lodi was born 1914. So this might have been a 1920 census record. And they were classified as mulatto. And I was like, what was wrong with that census taker? Like, what was he thinking? So I brought it to my mom's attention. I was like, yeah, look at this. They said that Grandma Hildred and Auntie Lodi are mulatto. And we laughed because what we know to be mulatto phenotype, quote unquote, I'm not trying to like slur or anything like that, but that was the classification of the day. And until rather recently, that's kind of how we refer to people who were typically, had one black parent and one white parent. That's what we called them. So because neither of them look the prototype, yeah, trying to keep the baby quiet. Yeah, he's not sleeping. So yeah, they didn't look the type. Now, I've seen, it was a painting of Auntie Lodi when she was younger, and she was painted to be a lighter complexion woman. But I don't think she had ever really looked, quote unquote, mulatto. And my grandmother definitely didn't. So because we knew what they looked like, we kind of laughed at that classification because it didn't come close to their physical description. But then when Dane Calloway did that video of the history of how indigenous copper-colored Niji were classified in census records, then it made sense. But now there's like this bigger question, because they're the only ones post 1900 with that classification. I think I had mentioned great and third great grandmothers were given a mulatto classification, but that was in the 1800s. And then my third and fourth great grandparents had that classification in the 1870 census. So my grandmother and my great aunt both had that classification, and this was like 1920. Now when they died, they were Negro. Well, they died in the 2000s. They were African American. But it's not the first time I've heard that. Yeah, I don't want you on YouTube, baby. I'm sorry. It's not the first that I've heard where people are born with one classification and then they die with another. They were both African American when they died, but they were mulatto when they were like 8 and 5 years old. So yeah, I wanted to put that out there because I know it means more now than it did, because that was like the baby days of my research, and those are like some of the first researches that I did. So I wanted to put that out there, just in case, just so you know what I know, and just in case like you're doing your research and you find something similar. If you know that this person isn't, the modern definition of mulatto, but you find that classification, it means some stuff. So we gonna find it. We gonna get this. But yeah, so I'm gonna end it there because there's another train coming. So take care, everybody.